What is up, guys? Sente here, and today I have the start of a new series that I think is going to be really helpful and informative for both me and you guys. I call it 30 Days of Games. So this was sparked because one of my good friends, who's like a 3-Dan KGS, says he always offers his friends who are weaker than him to do one game a day with a review for 30 days and see if they get stronger. And he said, but nobody takes them up on it. So I'm like, I've never heard of this. I would love to take you up on it. So I'm going to be playing a game with him every day this month. And I figure what better way to solidify what I've learned and to give you guys tips than to take the main ideas from each of my reviews and make a video of them every day for 30 days. So hopefully I stick to the schedule and I can get all of these 30 videos out. It's going to be a lot of work, but we'll see if we can do it. And without further ado, let's start in the first game. So I played black, and I started off with a Sanrensei. Typically, you're supposed to play the Sansan if you want to go into the Sansan opening first, but I decided to actually approach first rather than go into the Sansan. White pincered, building while putting pressure at the same time. I decided that I didn't want to do anything with this stone yet, and decided to change course and to do the Sanrensei, which is totally fine. The opening is very free. The idea is to establish loose positions, strong positions on the board, not get any weak groups. Since this is only one stone, it's technically not a weak group because I can sacrifice one stone. It's harder to sacrifice an entire group. So the opening was pretty free, and this was fine. He decided to kick my stone. I saw that I felt like bringing this stone out would not be detrimental to my opening's grand strategy with the Sanrensei of trying to build a lot of influence. So I decided to Tanuki again and play another star point, which is low-key almost threatening to activate this Aji a little bit later. He approaches, and I do the standard Joseki here. So we're going to speed through that. So now I've got some really nice influence, and the game is even. Now, here's where we can learn something. So he decided to cover and remove a little bit more of the Aji from this stone. The reasoning is, if at some point I go here, he goes here, I can actually counterattack this stone because it'll now be like in between two groups and then build something here or put just pressure on the stone. So this was like the sequence that he was saying might not be the best. In the Sanrensei, points of interest are labeled here. So in this position, because this is a strong white formation, it's possible to protect. By protecting here, you keep white from undercutting your stone and prevent you from building your influence. It's definitely not the largest part of the board, but this is a point of interest. If white gets this, white might find a way to kind of undercut or reduce the efficiency of this move. Another point of interest is a simple protect. This keeps white from diving into the 3-3. It makes it harder for white to invade here. It makes white extremely, extremely heavy for no clear benefit. And black is making profit up here. He's got the corner nice and sealed. White now has a weak group, and black is looking pretty good. Not to mention white's corner is still open. I really like this move. I think this was a great suggestion. There's also something simple like this. We can find if white backs off, you can dive into the 3-3, or even go in this direction and sort of erase white's potential from this way. So all very good ideas. These are all very interesting, cool Fuseki ideas that I think I'm going to take with me, and that if you guys ever play the Sanrensei, you should sort of take with you as like standard ideas for strengthening your position, expanding your position, defending your position, approaching your opponent's position, and sort of keeping the game in balance. What I did was none of those things. I decided, hey, let me try to expand the center and also threaten to break the stone out at the same time. Might have been an interesting idea. And if I would have kept up with the expand the center objective, I might have actually done something interesting. Maybe made just a really big, large-scale center surround. It would have been an interesting strategy. Definitely not the best strategy, but it would have been something. But what I did was even worse in that I decided to change ideas halfway through. So I went from trying to protect the center to let's save this one stone. And this one stone really doesn't have a lot of value. This one stone is about like 11 points if white gets like this area and completely removes this Aji, which costs white a move. So white would have invested 4 stones or at that point to completely kill this Aji for 1 stone. I think that's great. 4 stones for 12 points is not efficient for white at all. So I should have been content to just leave that and then make plays somewhere else. But I decided to save it, and we're going to see what happens. So first white pushes and cuts. I have to save my group. So now I'm trying to run out. And notice white is creeping into the sphere of influence that I'm trying to develop right here. That's what the whole point of these cosmic 4th line stones are, is to try to develop the center. And now white is getting closer and closer and closer to that center. I have to defend my shape. I try to make that move we were talking about earlier, but it's a little bit too late because white has a huge forcing move that I missed. Another forcing move. Another forcing move. I need to live, and this is the most painful thing ever. Now, white has this beautiful influence that is facing everything that I've been trying to build up. And white can simply invade and launch an attack on this stone. So we can see that trying to pull out 1 stone, which ended up being captured anyway, resulted in a complete collapse of the strategy of my opening. My strategy was to try to develop center points and play high stones to get more influence and get territory late game. In the end, I decided to make 2 points with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 stones for 2 points and give him a wall facing what I was trying to build. Classic case of an opening that is completely conflicting to what the objectives of the opening should be. And it was very complicated, and I didn't need to be very complicated. I just needed a simple plan. And some good simple plans for the Sanrensei are defend, protect/expand, approach, approach. All great ways to keep the game even, which I was unable to do. So 2 lessons here. We got some vital points for the Sanrensei Fuseki, and we also learned the value of not saving 1 stone and how trying to save 1 stone can result in a complete collapse of your entire position. Everything you tried to do is now destroyed. Not destroyed, but this efficiency is just so much less because of this wall. So that was the lesson I learned from the first game. Got another one coming up tonight, and I cannot wait. When I do, I will let you guys know, and it's going to be awesome. And I hope this video series helps a lot of players, and I hope it helps me too. So good luck, and I hope to see you guys later.